Evelyn's brave adventure in Neverland. Once upon a time, in a quaint little house nestled on a quiet street, lived a bright little girl named Evelyn. Evelyn was 6 years old and had a heart full of wonder and adventure. Every night, her dreams would take her to magical places, but her favorite of all was a land called Neverland. One starry night, as Evelyn lay in bed, she whispered to the stars, hoping they would take her on another wonderful adventure. As she closed her eyes, she felt a gentle breeze and the faint sound of tinkling bells. When she opened her eyes, she found herself floating above her bed and out through the window, flying high into the sky, guided by a tiny, glowing fairy. It was Tinker Bell, Peter Pan's best friend. "Hello, Evelyn," Tinker Bell chimed. "Peter Pan told me he wanted to meet you and take you on an adventure to Neverland." Evelyn's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Oh, Tinker Bell, that sounds amazing. Let's go." With a sprinkle of fairy dust and a happy thought, Evelyn and Tinker Bell soared through the night sky, straight towards Neverland. As they flew over the clouds and across the vast ocean, Evelyn felt a sense of freedom and joy that she had never felt before. Moments later, they arrived at a beautiful island with lush forests, sparkling waterfalls, and colorful flowers. Waiting for them on the shore was a boy who never grew up, Peter Pan. He was grinning from ear to ear, his eyes twinkling with mischief and adventure. "Welcome to Neverland, Evelyn." Peter Pan greeted her warmly. "Are you ready for an adventure?" "Yes, Peter. I can't wait," Evelyn exclaimed, her excitement bubbling over. Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, and Evelyn set off into the heart of Neverland, where they encountered all sorts of magical creatures and enchanting places. They met mermaids who sang songs of the sea, playful pixies who danced around in glowing lights, and even a friendly crocodile who loved to sunbathe by the river. As they ventured deeper into the island, Peter Pan shared stories of his adventures and how he loved flying more than anything. "Flying is my favorite thing to do," he said with a wink, showing Evelyn some of his fanciest tricks. Evelyn giggled and tried to mimic his moves, feeling thrilled as she twirled and soared through the air. However, not everything in Neverland was playful and fun. There was also danger lurking around, especially in the form of the notorious Captain Hook, Peter Pan's archenemy. Captain Hook was always plotting ways to capture Peter and take over Neverland. He despised the carefree laughter and joy that filled the island, and he was determined to put an end to it. One day, as Evelyn, Peter Pan, and Tinker Bell were exploring a hidden cave near the beach, they suddenly heard a loud, menacing voice echoing through the cave. "Ah, Peter Pan. You won't escape me this time." It was Captain Hook, and he had brought his crew of pirates with him. They were blocking the cave entrance, trapping Peter Pan, Evelyn, and Tinker Bell inside. Evelyn felt a chill run down her spine, but she took a deep breath and reminded herself of the importance of bravery. She knew that they had to find a way out and stop Captain Hook from ruining the magic of Neverland. Peter Pan, with his usual confidence, whispered to Evelyn, "We can do this. Just stay close and keep your courage." Together, they devised a plan. While Tinker Bell distracted the pirates with her glowing light and quick movements, Peter Pan and Evelyn would find another way out of the cave. With Tinker Bell's sparkling light confusing the pirates, Peter Pan and Evelyn discovered a narrow tunnel that led to an opening behind the cave. They moved quietly and swiftly, making their way through the dark tunnel. Evelyn's heart was pounding, but she held on to her courage, knowing they were doing the right thing. Eventually, they emerged from the tunnel and found themselves at the edge of the forest. They could hear the angry shouts of Captain Hook and his crew echoing behind them, but they didn't stop. Peter Pan grabbed Evelyn's hand, and with a burst of speed, they took to the sky, flying high above the treetops and heading towards the Lost Boys' hideout. The Lost Boys, Peter Pan's loyal friends, welcomed Evelyn with open arms. They were thrilled to have a new friend join their adventures. Evelyn quickly felt at home among them, and she admired their courage and camaraderie. Together, they formed a plan to outsmart Captain Hook and his pirates once and for all. Under Peter Pan's guidance, Evelyn and the Lost Boys set up clever traps all around the island. They used their surroundings to their advantage, creating pitfalls, nets, and obstacles that would slow down the pirates. Evelyn's creativity and quick thinking played a crucial role in their preparations, and she felt proud to be a part of this brave team. Finally, the day of the showdown arrived. Captain Hook and his crew stormed the island, determined to capture Peter Pan and take control of Neverland. But they were met with surprise after surprise as they fell into traps and stumbled over obstacles. Hook's frustration grew with each step, and Evelyn could see the determination in his eyes. He would not give up easily. In a final confrontation, Peter Pan faced Captain Hook on a cliff overlooking the sea. Evelyn and the Lost Boys watched from the bushes, ready to help if needed. "You'll never win, Hook," Peter Pan declared, his voice steady and fearless. Hook sneered, drawing his sword. "We'll see about that, Pan." The two engaged in a fierce duel, their swords clashing with sparks flying. Peter Pan's agility and speed kept him one step ahead, but Captain Hook was relentless. Just as it seemed Hook might gain the upper hand, Tinker Bell zipped in, distracting him with her dazzling light. This gave Peter Pan the chance he needed to disarm Hook, sending his sword flying into the sea below. Defeated and humiliated, Captain Hook retreated with his pirates, vowing to return another day. The island erupted in cheers as Peter Pan, Evelyn, Tinker Bell, and the Lost Boys celebrated their victory. Evelyn felt a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. She had faced her fears and helped protect the magic of Neverland. As the sun set over the horizon, casting a golden glow over the island, Peter Pan turned to Evelyn with a smile. "You were amazing, Evelyn. Neverland is safer because of you." Evelyn beamed with joy. "I couldn't have done it without you and Tinker Bell. This has been the best adventure ever." "Remember, Evelyn," Peter Pan said, "courage isn't the absence of fear, it's facing your fears head-on. And you have shown incredible courage today." With a heartfelt goodbye and a promise to return to Neverland whenever she wished, Evelyn found herself back in her cozy bed, the night sky twinkling outside her window. She hugged her pillow, feeling warm and content. She knew that the magic of Neverland would always be with her, reminding her of the importance of bravery and friendship. And as she drifted off to sleep, Evelyn dreamed of new adventures with Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, and the Lost Boys, knowing that with courage and friendship, anything was possible.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.